In this video, I want to talk with you about something every older adult should understand: the lab tests that help protect your heart, your kidneys, and your overall health. Many seniors get their blood work done every year, but very few actually know what those numbers mean or which tests are truly important. And that's not your fault. Doctors move fast, and sometimes things are not explained in simple language. So today, I want to slow things down and guide you through the tests that matter most as we age. Some of these tests are part of your regular checkup. Others are small extra tests that can catch problems early, long before they turn into something serious like a stroke, heart disease, nerve pain, or kidney trouble. My goal is to help you understand these tests in a way that feels easy, calm, and clear. Before we start, tell me in the comments, do you get your labs checked every year, or has it been a while? I'd also love to know where you're watching from today. Just drop your state or city in the comments below. Point 1. Understanding your complete blood count, CBC. As we get older, one of the most important tests your doctor checks is your complete blood count, also called a CBC. This test looks at the three main types of cells flowing through your bloodstream: red blood cells, white blood cells, and platelets. Let's start with red blood cells, which carry oxygen throughout your body. Your heart, brain, and muscles depend on steady oxygen to stay strong. When red blood cells are low, it can make you feel tired, weak, dizzy, or short of breath. This is called anemia, and it's very common in older adults. On the other hand, if your red blood cells are too high, that can also signal trouble. Sometimes it may be the body's response to low oxygen levels, which can happen with conditions like undiagnosed sleep apnea. That's why paying close attention to this number is so important. Next, your white blood cells help fight infections. If this number is too high or too low, it can show that your immune system is stressed, fighting something, or not responding the way it should. While most seniors don't need to worry too much here, it still gives your doctor a good overview of how your body is managing illness or inflammation. Lastly, your platelets help your blood clot when you get a cut or injury. But platelets also rise when the body is inflamed, even if you don't feel anything. High platelet counts can be a sign that your body is dealing with inflammation that needs attention. And for seniors who take medications like aspirin or similar drugs for heart or circulation issues, it's useful to know how your platelets are behaving. Point 2. Your basic metabolic panel, BMP. Your basic metabolic panel, often called a BMP, is another test almost every older adult gets during a checkup. The BMP mainly looks at your electrolytes and kidney function, and both are extremely important as we age. First, your electrolytes include sodium, potassium, chloride, and bicarbonate. These are the basic salts in your blood that help your nerves work, your muscles move, and your heart stay in rhythm. The interesting thing is that your body works very hard to keep these numbers in the normal range. Even if your bones, muscles, or tissues are low in certain minerals, the blood levels can still look normal. That's why a normal magnesium or calcium number does not always mean everything is perfect. It only means your body is trying its best to keep your blood stable, even if other areas may need support. Next, the BMP checks how well your kidneys are working. Two important numbers here are BUN, blood urea nitrogen, and creatinine. These help your doctor see whether your kidneys are filtering waste the way they should. As we age, kidney function becomes more delicate, especially for people with high blood pressure, diabetes, swelling in the legs, or a history of dehydration. A change in creatinine or BUN can be an early sign that your kidneys need attention. It's also helpful to know that kidneys often start showing stress long before symptoms appear. Sometimes seniors say they feel fine, but their lab numbers quietly show that the kidneys are working harder than they should. This is why the BMP is such a valuable tool. It gives us early clues, so you can protect your kidneys before problems develop. Point 3. Your lipid panel. For many older adults, the lipid panel is the test that creates the most confusion and sometimes unnecessary worry. Your lipid panel looks at four main numbers: total cholesterol, LDL, HDL, and triglycerides. Each one tells a different story about your heart and metabolic health. Let's start with triglycerides and HDL cholesterol, because these two numbers are strongly affected by what you eat and how your body handles sugar. If your triglycerides are high, it often means your body is struggling to manage sugar or processed carbohydrates. When the body can't use sugar properly, it stores it as fat in the bloodstream, and triglycerides rise. At the same time, HDL, which people call the good cholesterol, often goes down. For older adults, this pattern, high triglycerides and low HDL, is one of the earliest signs of insulin resistance or early metabolic problems. Even before blood sugar becomes high, these two numbers start changing. Next, we look at LDL cholesterol, the number that gets most of the attention. Many people believe LDL alone predicts heart problems, but the truth is more complicated. LDL is just one piece of the puzzle. It becomes more meaningful when combined with other factors like inflammation, genetics, and overall metabolic health. So instead of looking at LDL as a good or bad number, think of it as one factor among many that helps your doctor understand your heart and circulation risk. Point 4. The kidney test most seniors miss. There is one kidney test that many older adults never hear about, yet it can give some of the earliest and clearest warnings about kidney stress. It's called the microalbumin to creatinine ratio, and unlike most tests, this one is done through a simple urine sample. For seniors, this test is extremely important because it shows whether your kidneys are quietly leaking protein, something that does not happen when kidneys are healthy. Your kidneys are supposed to act like careful filters. Their job is to remove toxins and waste while keeping the important things in your body, like protein. When the kidney filter becomes damaged, often from high blood pressure, insulin resistance, or diabetes, tiny amounts of protein begins. Many seniors are surprised when they learn that normal kidney blood tests do not always show early kidney problems. Creatinine can remain normal even when the kidneys are already stressed. That's why this urine test is so valuable. It gives you a clear picture of what happens at the filter level, the part of the kidney most sensitive to aging, blood pressure changes, and sugar imbalances. If you have high blood pressure, diabetes, swelling in your legs, or a history of kidney infections, this test becomes even more important. It's quick, painless, inexpensive, and could prevent serious complications down the road. Point 5. Fasting insulin. One of the most powerful tests for older adults is fasting insulin, yet many people have never even heard of it. Most seniors know about fasting blood sugar or A1C, but fasting insulin is the test that shows what's happening before sugar ever becomes a problem. It gives us a clear picture of how hard your body is working to keep your blood sugar controlled and whether your pancreas is under strain. Here's the simple truth. Long before someone becomes diabetic, their insulin levels start to rise. This happens because the body becomes less sensitive to insulin with age, stress, extra weight around the belly, certain medications, or years of eating more carbohydrates than the body can handle. When the body becomes insulin resistant, the pancreas tries to push harder by releasing more insulin to keep sugar in the normal range. So even if your blood sugar looks fine, your insulin could already be high, and that is where the trouble begins. A high fasting insulin level is the earliest sign of metabolic imbalance. It warns us that your body is working overtime, and if nothing changes, diabetes could develop in the future. High insulin also plays a role in raising blood pressure, increasing belly fat, causing fatigue after meals, and even affecting your cholesterol numbers. It is one of the key reasons why seniors suddenly feel tired, gain weight easily, or notice changes in their energy. For reference, an optimal fasting insulin is usually 6 or lower. When the number starts moving above 10, especially in seniors, it strongly suggests insulin resistance. Point 6. Lp(a), the one-time heart risk test every senior should know about. Another important test for older adults is something called Lp(a), also known as lipoprotein A. Most seniors have never heard of it because it is not included in the regular cholesterol test. Your doctor has to order it separately. But this little test can tell us a great deal about your long-term heart and circulation health. And the best part is, you only need to check it once or twice in your entire life. Lp(a) is a special type of cholesterol particle that is mostly determined by your genes. That means if you have high Lp(a), it didn't come from the food you ate, your weight, or your lifestyle. You inherited it. Around 1 in 5 people, that's 20%, are walking around with high Lp(a) and don't even know it. And for older adults, this is especially important because high Lp(a) increases the risk of heart disease, blocked arteries, stroke, and even problems with the heart valve called the aortic valve. The tricky thing is, your regular cholesterol panel will not show this number. Your LDL may look normal, Your HDL may look good, but Lp(a) could still be high. That's why this test gives us information that no other test provides. It gives your doctor a deeper understanding of your heart risk, especially if you have a family history of heart attack or stroke, or if you develop circulation problems earlier than expected. Even though we do not yet have medicines specifically designed to lower Lp(a), knowing your number is still extremely valuable. If your Lp(a) is high, your doctor can take extra steps to protect your heart, like lowering inflammation, controlling other cholesterol particles, improving metabolic health, and reducing other risks. And if your Lp(a) is normal, you likely never need to check it again. Point 7. High-sensitivity CRP, HSCRP, understanding inflammation inside your body. As we age, inflammation becomes one of the most silent, yet powerful forces affecting our health. That's why the test called high-sensitivity C-reactive protein, or HSCRP, is so important for older adults. This simple blood test doesn't look at cholesterol or sugar. Instead, it looks for inflammation in the body, even when you don't feel any pain or symptoms. Inflammation is the body's alarm system. When you get hurt or catch a cold, inflammation rises to help you heal. But long-term, low-grade inflammation is different. It happens quietly in the background, often without any obvious warning signs. And this type of inflammation is strongly linked to heart attacks, strokes, memory decline, circulation problems, and even difficulty losing weight. HSCRP is one of the best tools we have to see if silent inflammation is happening. For older adults, this number becomes especially important because inflammation can come from so many places. Belly fat around the organs, untreated gum or dental infections, long-term stress, poor sleep, certain autoimmune conditions like arthritis, or even long-standing insulin resistance. You may feel fine, but your HSCRP could quietly be rising, showing that your arteries are under stress or plaque may be forming. This is why some seniors develop heart issues even when their cholesterol is normal. Inflammation is the piece of the puzzle that often gets missed. The good news is that inflammation is something we can address. Once we know your HSCRP level, we can help reduce it through better blood sugar control, gentle movement, healthier food choices, oral health care, and better sleep habits. When HSCRP comes down, your risk for serious complications also drops. Point 8. Homocysteine, a simple test that protects your heart and brain. Another important test for older adults is homocysteine, a small chemical in your body that tells us how well you are processing B vitamins, especially B6, B12, and folate. These vitamins play a major role in keeping your blood vessels healthy, your nerves strong, and your brain functioning well. When homocysteine becomes too high, it is a sign that your body is not converting these vitamins properly, and that can quietly increase your risk for serious health problems. Homocysteine is like a middle step in your body's chemistry. If everything is working smoothly, your body converts it into harmless forms. But when the process slows down, due to age, genetics, poor absorption, or low-quality diet, homocysteine starts to build up. High levels can cause irritation in the lining of your blood vessels, making it easier for plaque to form. For seniors, this directly increases the risk of heart attack, stroke, memory decline, and circulation issues. What makes this test so valuable is that it reveals a problem that most seniors never feel. You won't feel pain. You won't feel weak. But inside your blood vessels, the irritation can slowly progress. Homocysteine helps us catch this early, and the solution is often simple: activated B vitamins, which your body can use more easily, especially if you have certain genetic variations like MTHFR. Many older adults have these variations without knowing it. Another reason seniors benefit from checking homocysteine is that absorption of B vitamins naturally decreases with age. Stomach acid changes, certain medications, and reduced dietary intake all play a role. Even if your regular vitamin levels look normal, homocysteine can still reveal hidden trouble. The best part? When we address the cause and supplement correctly, homocysteine levels usually come down quickly, lowering your overall risk and improving long-term heart and brain health. It's a simple test, but it gives you powerful information that helps you stay healthy and independent. Point 9. Vitamin D. Vitamin D is one of the most important nutrients for older adults, yet it is also one of the most commonly low levels found in seniors. Even people who live in sunny states are surprised to learn that their vitamin D is below the healthy range. As we age, our skin becomes less efficient at making vitamin D from sunlight, and many older adults don't spend enough time outdoors to maintain strong levels. Because of this, checking vitamin D is a simple but powerful test that gives us insight into your overall health. Vitamin D supports many parts of the body that become more sensitive with age. It strengthens your bones, helps maintain muscle function, supports immunity, protects heart health, and even plays a role in mood and energy levels. Low vitamin D can make your bones weaker over time, increasing the risk of fractures. It can also contribute to muscle pain, poor balance, and frequent fatigue. Many seniors describe feeling heavy or slowed down, without realizing that low vitamin D may be part of the reason. This test matters because you cannot always guess your vitamin D status based on how you feel. Even older adults who take a multivitamin or go outside regularly can still be low. And when vitamin D is low, your body often needs vitamin K2 as well to help move calcium into the bones instead of letting it settle in the arteries. This is why doctors often recommend vitamin D and K2 together. They work as a team to protect both your bones and your heart. The good news is that fixing low vitamin D is usually simple and safe. Once we check your level, your doctor can guide you on the right dose of supplementation. Many seniors feel improvements in energy, strength, and mood once their vitamin D returns to the optimal range. And because strong bones and good balance are key to staying independent, this test becomes an important part of long-term healthy aging. Point 10. Uric acid. Most older adults have heard of uric acid because of gout, that painful condition where crystals form in the toe or other joints. But what many seniors do not know is that uric acid affects far more than the joints. This simple blood test gives us important information about your heart, kidneys, blood pressure, and overall metabolic health. In fact, even if you've never had gout, your uric acid level still matters. Uric acid is a natural waste product that your body makes when it breaks down certain foods and substances. Normally, your kidneys filter it out without any trouble. But as we age, kidney function becomes less efficient, and uric acid can start to build up quietly. When levels stay high, tiny crystals can form, not only in the joints but also in the blood vessels, kidneys, and even in tissues around the body. These tiny deposits can irritate the lining of the arteries and raise inflammation, which increases the risk of high blood pressure, heart problems, and decreased kidney function. The tricky part is that most seniors with high uric acid do not feel any symptoms at all. They don't get joint pain, and they don't realize their body is under stress. This is why the test becomes so valuable. It reveals hidden trouble early. Elevated uric acid is strongly linked with metabolic issues such as insulin resistance, weight gain around the belly, high blood pressure, and problems maintaining stable energy levels. Even if your cholesterol and blood sugar look normal, uric acid can show us that deeper issues are starting to develop. For older adults who want to stay mobile, active, and independent, controlling uric acid is a smart step. When we identify high levels, your doctor can guide you toward changes that help lower it, such as improving hydration, adjusting certain foods, supporting kidney function, or using medication when needed. And the good news is that when uric acid comes down, many seniors notice improvements in joint comfort, blood pressure, and overall well-being. Point 11. Additional tests your doctor may order. While the main tests we've discussed give a powerful picture of your overall health, there are a few additional tests your doctor may order depending on your symptoms, age, and medical history. These tests are not for everyone, but they can be extremely helpful when something doesn't feel quite right or when a deeper look is needed. Understanding them will help you feel more confident and prepared during your doctor visits. One important area is your thyroid function. As we age, your doctor may also check sex hormones, such as estrogen, progesterone, or testosterone. These play a role in bone strength, energy, sleep, and overall well-being. Levels naturally decline with age, but for some seniors, the changes are more dramatic and can affect quality of life. If you've noticed changes in sleep, motivation, bone loss, or mood swings, hormone testing may give helpful insight. Another test sometimes ordered is cortisol, the body's main stress hormone. Long-term stress, poor sleep, or certain medications can affect cortisol levels. When cortisol is too high or too low, it can cause fatigue, weight changes, and trouble managing blood sugar. For older adults, this test can help identify hidden stress on the body. Your doctor may also repeat tests like vitamin B12, magnesium, iron studies, or other nutrients if you show signs of deficiency. Aging, reduced stomach acid, and certain medications make it harder for seniors to absorb vitamins properly. These extra tests help ensure your body has what it needs to stay strong. These additional tests are not required for every older adult. They are ordered based on your personal symptoms, medical history, and what your doctor sees in your main lab results. But when they are needed, they offer valuable clues that help prevent fatigue, bone loss, hormone imbalance, and other age-related issues. Understanding them empowers you to have better conversations with your doctor and make choices that support your long-term health. Point 12. What to ask your doctor. Now that you understand the most important tests for older adults, the next step is knowing how to talk to your doctor about them. Many seniors feel rushed during appointments or hesitate to ask questions, but your health deserves clarity. When you walk into your next visit with confidence and a simple checklist, you give yourself the best chance to catch problems early and stay healthy longer. Start with this gentle, straightforward question. Can we review my recent lab results together? This opens the door for a slow, clear conversation. Ask your doctor to explain any number that is high, low, or borderline. Don't worry about asking too many questions. This is your body, and your doctor is there to help you understand it. Next, you can ask, can we check my fasting insulin and my microalbumin to creatinine ratio? These two tests catch early metabolic and kidney changes long before symptoms start. Many seniors never get them unless they ask directly. If you're concerned about heart health or family history, say, I would like to check my LP at least once. This one-time test can reveal a genetic risk your regular cholesterol panel cannot show. For inflammation, simply ask, can you include hsCRP in my labs? This can help explain fatigue, heart risk, or other hidden issues. And if you want to strengthen your bones, nerves, and energy levels, can we check my vitamin D and homocysteine? These give insight into your nutrient health and brain protection. Finally, tell your doctor about any symptoms you've been ignoring: tiredness, joint pain, swelling, numbness, sleep problems, or frequent urination. These small clues help your doctor decide whether additional tests, like thyroid or hormone levels, are needed. Asking questions is not being difficult, it is being responsible. You are taking control of your health, and that confidence can save you years of trouble. You deserve a doctor who listens, explains, and works with you. And the more you understand your labs, the better you can protect your heart, kidneys, brain, and overall well-being.